I mentioned in my live earlier that this may be upsetting to some of the mindset coaches, but it's kind of like why a lot of us think affirmations, just straight affirmations are junk and what to do instead. Basically, this is for you if your affirmation strategy is not working because straight affirmations did not work for me either. Okay. When I first started using affirmations, I felt like stupid. Even though I was saying the words in the back of my mind, I was thinking, no, right? It didn't matter how many times I said, I was so happy and grateful to have a six-figure business, right? The brain gap between the affirmation and my reality was just so big. I just couldn't make myself believe it. And then last year I found an alternative to the traditional affirmation practice that completely changed my way of thinking. So instead of fighting against the beliefs in my head, this new way of practicing affirmations kind of stimulated my brain and put my subconscious mind to work for me instead of allowing it to keep saying no, no, no and holding me back. Right. And now that I actually do run a six-figure global business, while I won't say this new practice is the only reason why, let's be honest. I mean, you have to put in the work, right? But I will say the strategy that I'm sharing today, it's going to stimulate your brain and ignite the motivation and the problem solving skills that you need to hit any goal you set, okay? And you may still be a little skeptical, but I believe it. So let's get into it. But really quick, if you're new here, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Katie Fairhurst, and I'm the admin of Successful Women Building Generational Wealth. And I want to welcome you here to Lunch Break Live. And if you're new here on YouTube, you may want to hit like and subscribe because we do these free trainings every single week, okay? And also, if you're interested in being featured on Lunch Break Live and having all of this exposure for your business, please reach out to me and we can discuss, okay? Now, like I said, this might ruffle a few feathers for the mindset coaches out there, but it's okay. I'm hoping maybe if you're not using this new way of doing affirmations, it may give you a different perspective on ways that you can help your clients that are still struggling, okay? And you've probably read a self-help book or listened to coaches about affirmations. And affirmation is positive self-talk, which has you affirm what you want versus what you don't want in your life, okay? In other words, an affirmation is a statement of something you want to be true, right? You're affirming an action that you want to take. And this sounds great in theory, but here's the problem. For most of us, our minds almost immediately say, that's not true. Okay, here's an example. And this is the same example that my coaches taught me. Let's say that you have a son who wants to be a really good baseball player, but he's never actually hit the ball. Okay. He wants to be able to hit the ball when he comes up to the bat, but he doesn't believe that he can actually swing and hit the ball because he's never done it before, right? And being a great parent, you say, hey, try this, repeat it over and over again. I hit the ball, I hit the ball, I hit the ball. And he said, but mom, I can't hit the ball. There's no way. I've tried. I can't do it. I've never hit the ball with a bat in my whole life. Right? And then it's his turn to go up to bat and either he doesn't take the swing at all or he swings so tentatively and fearfully because he doesn't believe he can actually do it. All right? So what happens next is he doesn't get a hit and that reaffirms his belief that he can't hit the ball, right? His desire is to hit the ball, but he doesn't believe he can do it. So he swings tentatively, if at all. So his result is no hit. Okay. So what if instead of the ball being pitched to him, the ball was teed up? Okay. It was put on the tee. He'd be more likely to believe he could hit the ball, right? And that he could swing for the fence, right? So here's the formula, right? And I had to get really clear on what I wanted, right? The outcome that I desired, and then built my belief, right? Because with belief comes confidence, which leads to bold action, which leads to results. Okay. The key is to create that same level of belief when swinging at a pitch as he would if the ball was teed up. And it doesn't matter if we're talking about baseball or health and wellness or money issues or business issues, relationship issues, right? If we don't believe we can do something or obtain something or take an action that we have not successfully taken in the past, affirming does not change the outcome for most of us. So the solution came to me through my coaches who introduced me to affirmations. All right. An author named Noah St. John totally flipped them from using teaching affirmations to using and teaching affirmations to their students. And this is what has totally worked for someone like me. So, an affirmation is still positive self talk, but that's about as far as the similarities go because an affirmation is a question instead of affirming something that your mind knows is not really true. All right. And let me give you some examples to start to introduce you to this. Why is it so easy for me to attract my ideal clients on social media? Why are so many people responding to my Instagram stories? Why am I selling my health and wellness products every single day? Why did I just have a $5,000 month? Why do I have a thriving 6-figure business? Why do I love waking up and working on my business every single day? Or in your hypothetical son's case, why am I able to hit the ball each time it's pitched to me? The human brain is naturally wired to answer questions. So when you ask it a question, it can't help but go and look for the answer. So with affirmations, you're trying to trick your mind into believing something is true when it clearly is not true. But with affirmations, you're asking what needs to happen in order to make your desire a reality. Okay. Now, don't we already do this every day with like disempowering thoughts? Like, how many times have you asked yourself, why don't I have any money? Like, why am I fat? Why can't I do this? Right? When we ask ourselves these questions, our subconscious goes to work finding the answer and it keeps us stuck. That's just how the brain works, okay? This is why I teach my students to use a lot of questions in their content, right? Because they naturally want to be answered. Now, put your subconscious to work finding answers that serve you and not stop you. So, first decide what you want. Okay, then write your desires in question format as if they're already true. And then read your affirmations every day. Maybe even record yourself reading them and listen to them like over and over again if you're more of that kind of learner. Okay. You could also take a look at your goals, like your business goals, and ask how you can rewrite them in question form as affirmations, right? Now, saying them out loud is good, but actually like write them down because there's nothing more powerful than seeing your goals and affirmations in your own handwriting. It's all up here, okay? This could be part of a great journaling strategy. Don't we always want new ideas for journaling? If you feel like affirmations are not working for you, maybe try affirmations for 3 months, and I'm willing to bet you will never go back to the old way of doing affirmations, okay? As you write out these affirmations, you're probably going to have a lot of questions that come up that you'll need answered, okay? And that's how this is how you get the ball rolling, okay? Like, why is it so easy for me to attract my perfect customers on social media, right? Why are people buying from me every day? Why have I been able to grow my business to 6 figures with ease? All right. These are a lot of the questions that I asked myself after learning this in the earliest days of building my business, right? And when I started, I had no clue how to become a brand or create a sales funnel or how to do email marketing, right? Like I said before, you definitely have to put in the work, but affirmations can help you find the pieces of that puzzle. Okay. So if you want to see my step by step method I use to build my personal brand and coaching business, as well as some free action steps that you can start today, check out the Six-Figure Biz in 6 Weeks class that I have linked below. Inside, I share the 4 steps you should be taking if you want to grow a six-figure biz that also allows you time freedom, because otherwise, what are we doing here, right? All right. Thank you, guys. That's it for today.